They say if you're in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s and can still do these 9 things, you're not just healthy, you're a miracle in motion. You're the kind of person scientists study, researchers admire, and younger generations hope to become. In fact, if you're doing even half of these things, your odds of living to 100 and doing it well go up drastically. But this isn't just about living longer. This is about living sharper, stronger, happier. And by the end of the story, you're going to know exactly why. Let me take you back to a hospital room in 2009. I was a young doctor then, sitting with a 97-year-old woman named Elise. Sharp as a tack, she just finished telling me how she still drove to the market every Tuesday and danced with her bridge partner every Friday night. When I asked her what her secret was, she smiled, leaned in, and said, "Doc, it's not one thing, it's 9. I've done them all my life." That moment stayed with me. I've spent the last 2 decades researching, tracking, and quietly studying people like Elise all around the world. And now I'm sharing the rare markers, the 9 signs that you're built to thrive into your 90s and beyond. The first one is balance. Not just metaphorical balance like work-life harmony, but actual physical balance. If you can stand on one leg for more than 10 seconds without wobbling or grabbing a chair, you're already defying gravity and aging. See, balance isn't just coordination. It's a complex orchestra of your nervous system, inner ear, muscles, and brain. Losing balance is one of the first subtle signs of aging most people ignore. But if you've still got it, that means your brain is firing in harmony with your body. It's a quiet superpower. In Japan, balance exercises are part of daily routine, especially in older adults. No wonder they have the highest number of centenarians. Now let's talk about memory. If you can recall names, grocery lists, childhood stories, or even where you placed your glasses this morning without a struggle, you're showing off a brain that's not just aging well, it's thriving. Cognitive longevity doesn't mean becoming a trivia champion. It means your hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory, is still well-fed and active. People like Elise played bridge, read novels, and laughed often. Laughter, by the way, is one of the most underestimated brain vitamins. Every giggle releases endorphins, reduces cortisol, and stimulates areas of your brain we don't even fully understand yet. Another marker? Grip strength. Simple, right? But it might be one of the most predictive indicators of how long you'll live. Research shows that strong grip correlates with overall muscle mass, heart health, and even brain function. It's not about being able to crush a walnut barehanded. It's about being able to open jars, carry groceries, hold your grandchild's hand without strain. Elise's hands were firm. Not stiff, not trembling, firm. She told me she used hand grip tools every day since 50. Something so small, yet it echoed through her entire system. The fourth marker is your walking speed. Sounds silly, right? But gait speed is such a powerful predictor of survival that some researchers call it the 6th vital sign. Fast walkers tend to have stronger hearts, better lung function, and more stable joints. If you're someone who still walks briskly to answer the door, chase after your dog, or catch a bus, your body is telling a story of resilience. I once followed a 102-year-old man in Italy who walked to church every morning up a steep hill. I had to keep up. Let's talk now about sleep. Not how long you sleep, but how deeply. If you wake up feeling refreshed without needing multiple naps or coffee just to function, your body is regenerating the way it should. Deep sleep repairs your cells, consolidates memories, balances hormones. Poor sleep is a silent killer. People in blue zones, those rare places on Earth where people live the longest, often sleep early, wake with the sun, and follow natural rhythms. They're not burning the midnight oil on screens. Their bodies are synced with life itself. Still with me? Because number 6 is perhaps the most heartwarming. Emotional resilience. If you can bounce back from bad news, find calm in chaos, and still smile even when life throws a punch, you have what scientists call psychological hardiness. Elise lost her husband at 70. She mourned, of course. But she chose not to shrink. She joined a book club, volunteered at a shelter, kept moving forward. This trait is gold. People who live long are not people who've had easy lives. They're people who learned how to carry weight without being crushed by it. And then there's flexibility, not just yoga-level bending, but being able to reach, twist, squat, get up from the floor without groaning. If you can still tie your shoes without holding your breath or pull a sweater over your head easily, you're aging with grace. Muscle elasticity, joint lubrication, spinal health, it all feeds into how long and how well you live. Flexibility equals functionality. The 8th sign is your ability to connect. Humans who live the longest have rich social lives. Not necessarily crowded parties or hundreds of friends, but deep, meaningful connection. If someone's presence still lights you up, if you can pick up the phone and feel joy in a conversation, if you're still curious about other people's lives, you've tapped into a fountain of youth no pill can offer. Loneliness, on the other hand, is as deadly as smoking. Literally. It shrinks the brain, raises inflammation, and speeds up decline. And finally, curiosity. If you still want to learn something new, maybe a language, a recipe, how to play the ukulele, you're not just surviving, you're evolving. That hunger to grow is a signature trait of people who live long, rich lives. They stay engaged, inquisitive, childlike in their wonder. Elise took up painting at 82. She was terrible at first, but she laughed. She tried. And 2 years later, she sold her first canvas. So, if you're still standing tall, remembering faces, holding hands firmly, walking with purpose, sleeping deeply, loving openly, bending easily, connecting meaningfully, and chasing new knowledge, you are rare. You are extraordinary. You are the living proof that life doesn't decline with age. It refines. And if you're not doing all 9, that's okay. Because knowing them means you can start. Right now. This moment. Your future isn't a fixed destination. It's a path you build with every choice, every laugh, every stretch, every handshake. Elise passed away at 101. Her last words to me? I didn't just live long, document. I lived wide. And that's the whole point. Live long, yes, but live wide. Start with these 9 things. Rewatch if you need to. Share this with someone you love. Because somewhere out there, another Elise is waiting to begin. And maybe, just maybe, that someone is you. Stay curious. Stay strong. Stay you. Because you, my friend, might just be a miracle in motion.